Hello and welcome to this final video about preparing a release where we'll talk about the dashboards. I'm going to show you a selection of dashboard items I've created already, and then we'll look into one and show how we can edit it to make it show different information. So here we are, this is the dashboard which I have, and let's look through the items that we have. I've got a today graph which is a bar chart, and it shows all the testing that I've done on previous releases to get to this point, how many items have passed and how many have failed. It shows what version and the number of tests. I next have an issue distribution graph, which is by priority and type. So I've got my statuses and priorities of each of them with the type of issues they are. Next to that, I have issues by assigned to and the status of the items. Then down here, I have instance coverage. So I've taken an instance and I've said a group of different instances, and I've said that I want to know what the coverage of those instances are. And I can have a gauge showing whether we have reached the number that I want or not. Then next I have an instance distribution by test set of some types of menu device and the test level. It shows me the type of device, and it also shows me the test level, which I have across the top. And then down here, I have the execution progress chart, and that shows me how the testing is progressing. If I want it to show what's going to happen in reality, hopefully it will show that it starts with no results, and then it moves up and the greens increase, and of course the reds will also increase because there are some fails, but in time the red should eventually disappear and I should be left with mainly a green graph. And finally, I have my tests by status. I want to see which test cases in the test library are there and what their status is. So let's just take one of these charts and edit it and change the information within it. So if I take my test by status over here and I click on it, I've got it set for sprint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the applicable tests and I want to see their statuses for a particular sprint. If I wanted to select a different status, for example, I wanted to see which features were involved in all of the tests in that sprint, then I can click on feature here instead, and I can change the filter to show different statuses and different time periods as well. And then I can click Save Dashboard Item. And when I click Save Dashboard Item, then it will change to show the new information, which is the features that I'm using for this particular set of testing. Thanks for watching this whole series of videos about preparing a release. I hope you found it useful and it will help with your testing process.